Escobar season has returned. Dun! You can hate me now, dun, 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 but I won't stop now, dun, 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 cause I can't stop now, dun, 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 dun. You can hate me now, dun, 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 dun. You can hate me now, dun, 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 but I won't stop now, dun, 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 cause I can't stop now, dun, 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 dun. You can hate me now, dun, 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 dun. Welcome everyone to the Geekdom 101 live stream, October 22nd, 2021. Today we're going to be discussing chapter 77 of the manga here on YouTube. I'm so happy to be here on YouTube, streaming live with all of you. You know, sometimes YouTube can be aggravating, sometimes YouTube can give me a headache. But I love being here on YouTube with each and every one of you. I want to give y'all a quick shout out to everybody who's watching me overseas because, yeah, some of y'all are staying up late. So I want to thank you for staying up late with me. Hello from the Netherlands, from Pakistan, from all over Europe and Asia. I really appreciate you guys staying up with me tonight. So as you are coming in, please make sure to leave a like. People are joining us right now. We're going to be discussing chapter 77 of the manga here on YouTube. I love being here on YouTube, man. I want to thank all you guys because some of you guys have been subscribed to me for 6 years and you guys have helped make me who I am, and I really, really appreciate it because if it wasn't for you guys, I would not be where I'm at. So I want to thank you guys for sticking up and sticking around with me. We got the chat room filling up right now, so I'm going to wait a little bit for the chat room to fill up. Then we're going to talk about this chapter right here because Bardock. We have some stuff to talk about. Much love from Greece. Hey, I know a lot about Greeks. I used to date a Greek. You know, Greek women are very attractive, bro. So respect to you, Zen. I want to give y'all a quick little teaser of what's coming up next week here on the channel. Hello from Slovakia. Thank you. All right, let me go ahead and promote the stream. Give me 1 second here. What's good? What's good? Yes, we are in this bitch. We're talking about chapter 77 of the manga. So, what I want y'all to do for me is YouTube is the best platform, bro. Yeah, it's awesome that we could be here on YouTube and talk to the Dragon Ball fandom on YouTube. So, thank you so much, Lord Vito. The Knights, yes, shout out to the Knights of Melvin. I want to ask y'all a question in the chat. The chat room is still filling up right now, so I want to ask y'all a question. Did you like chapter 77? Because it really is getting some, it's kind of, what's the word? It's kind of polarizing. Because there's been a civil war in this fandom about this chapter, yo. And I really do appreciate all of you, for stopping by and hanging out with me today. We're almost at 300 people. Oh, here we go. We're about to hit 300. So I want to get if you are on Twitter or if you are on Facebook, do me a favor and promote the stream out because we are live right now. We already got a super chat, so I'm going to check that out here in a minute. Let's see here. Hang on one moment. We got a couple super chats, yo. Go ahead and leave a like if you're stopping by the stream. J-Dub the Deal says, how the fuck was Goku never told about his dad? Great question, even though the answer is there. Goku doesn't care about his dad. Goku has never given a shit about Bardock. The person who raised Goku was Grandpa Gohan. Goku does not care about his father. So he could have easily asked Vegeta, hey, tell me about my dad, or what do you know about my dad? Goku just doesn't care. Yo, people in the fandom want this magical Goku and Bardock reunion, and it's just not going to happen because Goku does not care. He does not care about his dad. So let's see here. So that's why. I mean, now he's finding out. Now he might care, but he definitely didn't care before. Okay, Super Alvin Jackson says, first of all, R.I.P. Chris Ayres, one of the great voice actors, gone too soon. Vegeta's statement about Goku taking on Bardock's kindness was an assumption. I don't think he knows he hit his head as a child, or did he? I don't know if Goku ever told Vegeta he hit his head. I don't know if he ever did. I don't know if he ever did. Yo, hold on. Super Alvin with another super chat. He says manga overall was enjoyable. Don't mind a whole chapter with as a flashback. Cannot be fighting all the time. I agree with that. So let me know right now in the chat. Type yes or no. Do you think that the chapter? Did you like the chapter or not? Type yes if you liked it. No if you did not. I want to know what y'all are thinking right now. Goku is a bastard. Goku. I mean, in a way, I guess you could say that. Okay, I'm reading y'all. Yes, 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 yes. So most of y'all liked it. It's been a civil war. I don't know if y'all have seen that. Yes, 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 yes. Mostly yeses. I liked it too. Last chapter I didn't like. This one I liked. A lot of positivity in the chat today. Yo. We keep things positive here on the Geekdom 101 stream. You know, you can be negative. You can be a bastard and bitch and whine all day about other people, and just talk shit. And it's not going to get you anywhere. It ain't gonna get you anywhere, yo. Like, I'm so happy that y'all are so positive because even if you like, I hated the last chapter and I got shit for it from some of you guys, and that's okay. But man, like, I always call it right down the middle. I always try to tell y'all if I like something and if I don't like it. And I like this chapter, but there were some issues there that I want to talk about that I didn't cover in my review. So one of the things that's weird about this chapter, right? I want to show y'all. Let's see here. Okay, this thing is okay. So here's a question I have for you guys, because this is weird, guys. 400 people. Let's see if we can get to 500. This is weird right here. Okay, here's the question. If Monito is the one telling the story to Granolah. Remember, this is Monito's flashback. How can there be a flashback within a flashback? Monito is telling, yes, leave a like if you're here. Monito is telling Granolah about what happened with Bardock, revealing to him the truth about Bardock, the Saiyans, and Granolah's mom, right? How in the fuck did Monito know that Bardock was having a flashback to Gine? That doesn't really make a lot of sense when you think about it, right? If this is a flashback told from the perspective of Monito, how does he have a flashback to Gine? No, Thundercat, I agree with you. The flashback is for us. But it's still weird because it's Monito telling the story. I'm not criticizing it, but I thought it was weird. Because can Monito read Bardock's head? You know what I mean? That's weird to me. Josh Picard has a super chat. I can't read it yet, yo. Remember, folks, super chat questions will be taken. I'm going to be bringing some people on the stream today to talk to me about this. So, from the Discord, if you want to join the Discord server, become a tier 2 member. You must be a Super Saiyan soldier. And when you become a tier 2, I will invite you in the Discord. We have a good time. We watch pay-per-views, we watch Dragon Ball, we watch other anime, we watch Sentai, we watch movies. We're watching Friday the 13th Marathon in there. It's the best Discord server out there. We actually have fun and do stuff together. Sometimes we play games together. I think Daisy was doing a Smash Bros tournament. I'm not involved in organizing that. That's all her thing. So, anyways. All right, let me see real quick here. Josh Picard said, on a side note, you're going to stream Kingdom Hearts. I might, because check this out, folks. I did purchase, and I still have it on my desk, I did purchase the Kingdom Hearts game on PS4. I already played the first one, but I purchased the collection. I don't know if y'all can see that right there on the screen. It was on sale for $20, so I might stream Kingdom Hearts. I kind of want to stream GTA, but actually what I want to stream on Twitch. I have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/BigDGeekdom101. Go ahead and find me on there. But we're not on Twitch today, folks. We're on YouTube, and I'm so glad to be here on YouTube and not on Twitch today. Let me give y'all a life lesson. One of the best things you can do, bro, is not be a snake. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Don't be a fucking bitch and stab people in the back and then come back and play the victim and get mad when you get bit. Don't. And also, don't blame people for doing shit without having evidence. That's a life lesson right there for you guys. You know what I mean? Don't. Hashtag bring Bardock back. I mean, he's already back now. All right. Recon Spartan 01 says, Goku going to give Granolah the damn Senzu. I don't think Granola's tired. I don't think he's tired enough to get the Senzu. Yes, don't be Doomcock. That's not what I'm referencing, but yeah. I don't think he's tired enough to get the Senzu, bro. Ant-Man sends a super chat. Let me see if I can read it real quick. He writes, it's like when Frieza had a flashback of things he wasn't there for as an abridged. Well, remember how in Dragon Ball Z, do you guys remember in Dragon Ball Z when Goku was having the heart virus problem and he was having visions of 17 and 18 even though he didn't know what they looked like? Or when Goku was at Princess Snake's castle and he's having a vision of of Nappa and Vegeta killing his family when he didn't know what they looked like? Yeah, that's Dragon Ball's wacky like that, yo. It's just like that. Okay. 546 people. Leave a like if you're here, yo. Leave a like. What did you think about the GTA Trilogy footage? Head on over to my second channel, World of Geekdom. I actually have a live reaction on World of Geekdom right now. So, go over there. Hey, Geekdom, I think it wasn't Monito having a flashback, but the storyteller, writer, retelling Bardock's story. Well, I'm just, I'm not criticizing it like saying it sucks. It's just weird that they did it that way. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with it. It's just weird. It must be good to have both YouTube and Twitch. It is good to have both YouTube and Twitch, bro, especially here on YouTube. So, again, I want to thank you guys internationally for staying with me, and I want to thank you guys who have been loyal supporters for a long time. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. I started YouTube 6 years ago, and since then there's been a lot of people who are really envious of what we've done here on the channel. And I want to just say to y'all that people have been trying to take me down for years, and each and every one of them have taken a big fat fucking L, bro. So I want to know, when are they going to learn? When are they going to learn not to fuck with me? When are you going to learn that lesson, bro? That's what I want to know. When are they going to learn that lesson? Because damn, bro, it's like again and again and again, you just don't learn. Like, don't throw rocks at the fucking throne, bro. Don't throw rocks at the throne. You know what I'm saying? Don't. Let's see. Thank you so much, Mythological Beast, for your kind words. He says, hi, Geekdom, been a fan for years. Love your work. Thank you. And thank you for that. So, like I said, y'all, I got a video coming out tomorrow. Let me show y'all the video. Tomorrow, the history of Toriyama's Bardock. We're going to go into the entire backstory of Bardock. And we're going to talk about Bardock as written by Toriyama. And I'm going to reveal why Toriyama changed Bardock, because he did. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you so much. Fuck Monito. Jiren versus Granolah, who wins? I think Granolah wins. I think Granolah would whoop Jiren's ass. Actually, let me ask the chat. Let me ask y'all right now. Yes, thank you so much. Let me ask y'all right now in the chat. Type, who do you think is going to win, Jiren or Granolah? I think it's Granolah. Right now, I want y'all to type in the chat, Jiren or Granolah. I want to know who you think is going to win. We're about to bring in some peeps from the Discord. Like I said, y'all, if you want to join in on the stream, you can always join the Discord, and I will talk to you guys, and we'll have a really good time. Give me 1 second, y'all. I had to put my headphones on because we're going to bring in people from the Discord in just a moment. So, give me one moment here. Okay, people are saying Granolah, Jiren. Do you guys really think Jiren can beat Granolah? Bro, Granolah just slapped. Are you serious? Granolah just slapped. Just got done slapping like a bitch. He just got done slapping fucking UI Goku and UE Vegeta. You really think that Jiren would beat this guy? I mean, now I will say this: if Jiren trained, he could beat him. That I think, but I think Granolah gets him, yo. Jiren from the TOP couldn't beat Granolah, but if Jiren trained and got stronger, he could. So George Brooks, I gotta mail you your shit, by the way, George. Support mental health wellness of Meta Association. Yes, for sure. We always support mental health here in the channel. I want to talk to y'all about something real quick. I want to give y'all some advice. Okay, I'm going to give y'all some advice right now. This is legitimately advice. We're going to stop with Dragon Ball for just a moment. So, if you are having anxiety, because I have a little bit of anxiety myself, if you suffer from anxiety, if you guys are nervous about things or whatever, one of the tricks you can do to overcome anxiety is breathing. You gotta learn how to breathe. So when you sit there and you're having an anxiety attack, or you're worried about a date or your job or your grades, just sit there and breathe. Breathe in 4 seconds, breathe out. Maybe less, maybe more, depending on how your lungs are. Breathe in, breathe out. And if you practice your breathing enough, you'll literally feel the anxiety leaving your body. It really works. And you have to remember that anxiety is catastrophic thinking. You're thinking of the worst possible situation, when in reality, there might not be a worst possible situation. You actually may be okay. So just remember that, because I know some of y'all suffer from anxiety. 626, please leave a like if you're stopping by here so you can get the stream out to everyone. Jerome Montgomery says, will you review the other Kingdom Hearts games when you beat them? Maybe. I actually needed to review Uncharted, and I didn't get to do that, and I beat them on Twitch. I need to... Fox, I'm glad you did that, bro. I need to finish Uncharted 4. By the way, what did y'all think about the Uncharted trailer? I thought it was pretty dope, yo. Like, it actually kind of worked. I agree with you, Drawnborn. I agree with you. By the way, guys, just so you know, the chat is, when I say something, it's going to come out late to you guys. The chat's a little bit behind. Let me go ahead and bring in some people from the Discord here. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to start with we'll start with Jordan. Jordan, you're live, man.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on? How are you?
Doing pretty good.
All right, so this chapter was Bardock, 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 Bardock. All about Bardock. So, what did you
Yes,
think?
sir.
What did you think about this chapter, bro? First of all, when it comes to this chapter, right? I don't even want to have this discussion, but I'll have it. I like Z Koyama Bardock more than Toriyama's Bardock, but I feel like people have to understand that this is now Toriyama's story. He's taken over again, and that's the real. This is gonna be the Bardock we're gonna have from now on, the softer Bardock. So what do you think?
Well, I think I like how Toriyama is using this Bardock to further reference Journey to the West, and
Talk
that's the
about
reason that I
that.
like
Talk
it,
about that. Let the people know, how is this a reference to Journey of the West?
because so King Vegeta and Bardock are both represent. So with Sun Wukong, Toriyama splits his personality amongst four people, which is Bardock, King Vegeta, Vegeta, and Goku, like different
I never
aspects
thought
of his
about
person.
that. I never thought about that. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Go
he
ahead.
he splits it amongst different characters because he can't have all of the story that Sun Wukong went through take place with one character, especially seeing as how he has Goku take place at, like in the later half of the story. Like the way where his story starts is actually a lot longer after the actual story of Journey to the West starts. So in the beginning of the story, Sun Wukong only has compassion for his own kind, and he eventually, um, his because he goes to Earth, or because of his experiences on Earth, being trapped under Five Phases Mountain, he ends up having compassion for everyone outside of his own kind, and that's kind of what this is. Bardock is like a baton pass to Goku. So, like by the time Bardock has learned that he wants to save people and that he wants to have compassion for other people, he passes the baton on to Goku. So it's kind of like he's using Bardock as an opportunity to tell the earlier portions of the story that he couldn't tell with Goku when it comes to Journey to the West. So like,
I want to let them know real quick, for those of you who don't know, Dragon Ball is based on Journey to the West loosely. It's inspired by it, but also Journey to the West is a very, very long story. We didn't explain that to them.
yeah,
Journey to the West is long, dude, and it's an epic. Like, it's very, very long. So that's why you're saying different parts of Journey to the West.
yeah, because the beginning of the story, like King Vegeta, for example, Sun Wukong has to be known as the sage equal to heaven because he's obsessed with having a title. So that's the reason that Vegeta is constantly like, I'm the Prince of all Saiyans, and why he's obsessed with having that title, because that's a reference to that aspect of Sun Wukong's personality.
Right.
Just like how Bardock is going from having compassion for his own kind to having compassion for others. That's another personality trait and character development that Sun Wukong goes through. It's just something that happens to him before the events that of Journey to the West. The same events that he references in the original Dragon Ball. All that stuff happens after the parts of the story I'm referring to when it comes to King Vegeta and Bardock. So he's basically like he's going into prequel territory when it comes to what happens.
Really, and in the timeline, it did happen before. Now, I will say this. I want to explain this to the people, bro, because you and I understand, but there might be some people who don't know this in the chat, so I want to explain it to them. We're almost at 700 people. Leave a like. We're almost at 700. Leave a like, man. Okay, Journey to the West, Sayuki is what it's called in Japan. It's a folk tale that many Japanese grew up with. Like, how would you... Jordan, what is the Western equivalent of Journey to the West? What is the story that we all grew up with? Like, what would be the American equivalent of that you can think of?
I don't know. To be honest with you, it's so popular in China. It's like the single most popular story in China.
Right.
So it's really hard to make a comparison between that and what we have now in the U.S.
Like, for example, like, let's just say, like,
a story that's
Alice
like
in Wonderland.
Impressionable. Yeah, that's a good example. Just like a really impressionable story, but we really can't compare like the popularity of any story that I know of to Journey to the West in China. It's so like there has been so many movies made, so many books. Like it's ridiculous how much media they've created out of that story in the East. Like, it's crazy.
Leave a like, yo. Leave a like real quick. If you're stopping by, leave a like. Okay. I want to get to.
I wanted to go. Oh, yeah.
I
So sorry.
Super chats. No, it's all good. Real quick, Randy Clark said, I just want to throw it out there. Jiren most definitely has been training due to his loss and Goku's words at the end of the TOP. Jiren beats Granolah. Secondly, his wish was strongest in the universe, not 11. True. I mean, no, Randy makes a great point. When Granolah made his wish, he did not wish to be the strongest in the multiverse. He said strongest in universe 7. But we do not have, Randy, we do not have confirmation that Jiren was training. I agree with you that I think he has been training, but we do not have confirmation that he did train. I feel like him losing to Goku changed him, but I feel like, again, we don't have proof that Jiren did. By the way, Jordan, bro, it's great to be here on YouTube, bro. It's great to be here on YouTube, man. YouTube, it can be an annoying platform, but I love being here, bro. And again, I want to thank everybody, 700 people, man. Leave a like, man. 700 people, leave a like. I appreciate y'all stopping by. One thing I really want to acknowledge is like the elephant in the room, like the whole like Bardock, Goku inheriting his kindness from Bardock or whatever. Let's talk about that here in a minute. I'm gonna get to that on the page here. Actually, before you get to that, let me real quick answer a super chat. Real quick, bro. Tyler Miller says, at the end of Z, remember when Bulma said, Goku, we haven't seen you in 5 years. We're getting close to the end of Z. Yeah, bro, that's been retconned already. Forget about that line. That line doesn't matter anymore because Toriyama threw it out. Jordan, bro, go ahead.
Okay, so back in the Saiyan saga, when Vegeta and Goku are first fighting, and in the manga it talks about how Goku doesn't realize it, but his Saiyan blood is pumping, and he's experiencing what it really means to be a Saiyan for the first time in his life. And he's not completely understanding of that. He knows that's what's going on. He has a feeling that that's what's going on, but he doesn't completely understand that, it's something that's in his blood. You can compare the same feeling that Goku had when he fought Vegeta for the first time, like his Saiyan like instincts being awakened. You can compare that to what happened to Bardock in this chapter. People think when they think of Goku like inheriting Bardock's kindness, they think that he inherited some kind of idealistic sense of kindness, but that's not what it is. When Bardock says he asks Bardock why he's doing what he's doing, and he's saying, "I just felt like it." He's being literal. There was no thought process that went into this. It was just a feeling. It was just something he felt at the time.
It's a weird line though, Jordan. That's a weird.
It is a weird line, but if you look at the way he's acting, and then you look at like the only comments he makes on his actions, even he doesn't understand why he's doing what he's doing. He doesn't get it. Like there is no thought process behind why he's helping Granolah and his mom. It's just something that he's just doing because he's got a. So like Bardock as a character, like what's always made him special, according to Toriyama, is that he is the only Saiyan amongst his kind that had compassion for his own kind, and because of that, he is well respected amongst the Saiyans, and he's just looked up to. Well, whenever Bardock imagines, Granolah and his mom as Goku and Gine, it's almost like his brain is like coming to the conclusion that there really isn't a differentiation between him being compassionate towards the Saiyans and him being compassionate towards people who remind him of the two Saiyans that are the most important to him of anybody that he knows of. So it's just like, it's almost like his brain is being rewired and he doesn't even realize it to feel compassion for these two. There is no idea behind it. Like he doesn't even understand why he's helping. And that's why it's very similar to what Goku or any Saiyan feels whenever they have this like craving for battle. Like it's just like an instinct. It's not something that Bardock understood. And that's why it's not really an issue that he got that from his father, because even though he may have got that from his father, but if you look at Bardock himself, the person that he supposedly got that from, Bardock had that, but it didn't cause him to be a good person until the very latter end of his life. So Bardock himself...
I mentioned that in the video putting out tomorrow. He was a bastard. He's still a genocidal maniac. He still killed people.
Yeah, exactly. If it wasn't for
maniac,
him...
But yeah, go ahead.
If it wasn't for him having that video, if it wasn't for that conversation he had with Gine before he left, he still would have killed Granolah and his mom. It's just some weird thing that happened in his mind that even he didn't understand. And that's why I say like it's an instinctual thing, because there was no thought process behind it. When he says, "I just felt like it," he's being literal. He just felt like it. He didn't think about the moral, means behind it. There was no thought process behind it. It was just something that he did.
Okay, I want to address the chat real quick. First of all, y'all are very, very intelligent. I love my subscribers, bro, because like there's a lot of dumbasses on YouTube. We know that. But my subscribers are pretty fucking smart. But I want to address something real quick. Big J says, "Who's Renol's father?" We don't know. We don't even know who the fuck Vegeta's mother is. We're not gonna know anything. Probably some Cerulean. Also, people asking about the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, you have to be a member of the channel, at least tier 2, which is $5.99 a month. Now, you're going to get your money's worth because you're going to be in there, and we watch movies pretty much multiple times a week. We watch TV shows. We watch wrestling pay-per-views. Instead of having to pay for the Peacock thing, you can watch it in there with us. We watch UFC pay-per-views. We watch Dragon Ball in the best possible quality. And you get to be on streams with me, like Jordan is, talking about this. Now, again, it's just me. I'm just a guy. But I think the Discord's fun. It has to be a members-only Discord, because if I open it up to the public, I have 10,000 people in there, and it'd be nuts. There'd be fighting everywhere. But it is a great server. I'm very proud of what we've done in there, and it's still growing, too. Real quick, let me get to this super chat here. Recon Spartan 01 says, "Why do you think Granolah is so much stronger than Goku and Vegeta if him being only slightly stronger than them pre-training would have satisfied the wish?" That I don't know the answer to that. I guess the dragon overcompensated. What do you think?
What about him being? I don't think he is. I think he is stronger than them without their god techniques because I've
But
said
he
this
beat them
before.
even with their god techniques.
Yeah, because he still got stronger. You know, they are all breaking each other's limits. That's kind of the theme of this whole interaction between the three characters. Is all three characters are improving each other. It's
Yes,
like
yes, they are.
these three
Yeah.
characters are being used to make each other stronger. And I see the thing about it is with Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego, I don't think they have a set power up like most people do. Like to me, like they're static transformations from what I understand. Because,
You mean
we
variable. You mean variable. Static's the
yeah,
opposite. Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah,
We
yeah. Leave a like, man. Leave a like. Go ahead.
specified to Goku before he left that he needed to save the transformation that accompanies Ultra Instinct for whenever he fights someone that's beyond his limits. And what that suggests is that because when you think of someone's limit, you think of the limit of their
Whoa,
personal
whoa,
power.
whoa. Whoa.
You
Your
know,
audio is fucking up. Talk real quick.
can you hear me?
Your audio's really bad right now, man. Really, really
Hold on a
bad
sec.
right now. I don't know what
Hold
the
on.
fuck. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that robotic? Did you guys hear that robotic noise?
Did
That was
that shit fix it?
talk.
Is it fixed?
You sound like you're skipping every couple seconds.
Okay.
Okay, now
All
you're
right.
better. Now you're better. I don't know what happened. Maybe you just had a hiccup in your internet. Leave a like if you're stopping by, yo. Okay, real quick before we go any further. 7-star Sage says Blue Evolution Vegeta is stronger than TOP Jiren at this point, in my opinion. Okay, we're gonna ask the chat room then. Chat room, do you think now in the Granolah arc, Blue Evolution Vegeta, not Ultra Ego, Blue Evolution Vegeta is stronger than Jiren? Just type in who you think will win in the chat. Vegeta or Jiren? We're talking about Blue Evolution. Great Ape, I'm not interrupting him because his internet actually went out. Are you there, Jordan?
Right. Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
here.
Bahamut says, is Toriyama Bardock a brilliant scientist, though? I don't think so. Jay Hawkins, thanks for the super chat. Kitsune says, why did Monito only now tell Granolah about what really happened in the past? I have no idea. I have no clue.
Here's the thing.
Maybe
Granolah
because
gives
the fight?
Monito. Well, Granolah is not honest with Monito. They actually have a conversation about, all of this right before shit hits the fan. And Granola's talking about using the Dragon Ball to get his revenge. And Monito's like, that's not a good idea. You need to just enjoy the life that you have. And then Granolah gives him a false sense of confidence by saying, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't use this for revenge. So Granolah is just as much as at fault as Monito because Granolah was not honest with Monito about his intention.
Most of the chat is saying Blue Evolution. I'm sorry, Jiren. Go ahead. I was just letting you know what's going on. Go ahead. I'm not interrupting you. Go ahead. If I interrupt you, just so you guys know, if I interrupt Jordan, I'm not trying to be rude at all. It's just that when you're doing these
you
live
don't have
streams,
to worry about me.
no, it's just these streams are very, because I want to read what you guys say, but I also have them on as a guest, so it's very difficult to kind of juggle that sometimes, which is why when we have like 5 people on, it's hard. So I'm not trying to interrupt Jordan. I'll let him finish. It's just that it's hard to do a stream like this. It's actually challenging. But real quick, bro. Jonathan the Bijou, I cannot read. Okay, Bardock changed because of the attack at the back of his neck by the dude who could see into the future. Bardock special, his brain activity changed. Yeah, but we're not talking about the Bardock special. We're talking about Toriyama's Bardock. The Bardock special was written by Takao Koyama. We're talking about the Toriyama Bardock that was retconned in Dragon Ball Super Broly and in Dragon Ball Minus. There's 2 different Bardocks. That video will be coming out tomorrow here on Geekdom 101. Tomorrow you will have the video explaining all that shit. So let me ask you a question, Jordan, and I want to ask the chat right now. We now know that the real asshole in this arc, the real motherfucker, and I mean that literally because he is a motherfucker as he fucked over Granola's mom, is Elliots and the fucking Heater gang. How pissed off is Granolah going to be? Let me tell y'all something. If I were the Heater gang, bro, I would make those wishes fast. I mean, they don't know what's going on, but Granolah, you think Granolah was pissed off at Goku and Vegeta? Now that he knows who really killed his mom, brother, there is going to be hell to pay. Because we've seen what Granolah did to Goku and Vegeta. We saw this man, a clone of him, beat Goku. We saw him do the pressure points. We saw him stomp them earlier in this arc. Granolah is going to rip the Heeters apart. So
Yeah.
they had better make those wishes, y'all. There is going to be a massacre coming their way. I
Yeah.
just wanted to say that.
I don't think Alec has any
Yo,
intention of
your
getting
audio's bad again. Your audio's bad again, bro. I don't know what
Can you hear
happened.
me? What about now?
Okay, now you're good. I don't know what the hell's going on over there, but go ahead, go ahead.
Um, so I don't think Alec has any intentions of getting any stronger. It seems like he's going to rely on gas for power. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I think
By the way,
JD
everybody
might
knows
be right.
the most powerful gas is from me. By the way, I'll tell you all about gas, but go ahead.
I think JD might be right about them making multiple wishes because it does kind of seem like they're hinting at making gas stronger in the last chapter when they talk about the Dragon Balls and stuff. But I think I have figured out what Alec's wish is going to be because it's actually been hinted at multiple times in the chapters. And I actually think that Alec's going to end up wishing for all of Zuno's knowledge because if they can do
Oh,
everything that they've done, if they can do everything that they've done with 10 questions from him, imagine what they can do if they have all of their questions they could possibly ask him answered.
what about OG 73, bro? What's up with that? Are we done with him?
I feel like OG 73 kind of filled his need in the plot simply for the fact that he introduced Alec and all of them to Zuno. So like
Right.
he already kind of served his purpose in the story because without him they never would have found Zuno and been able to ask their 10 questions. But Alec says multiple times that the key to running the universe is intel and money. So and he says that a lot. Like he actually says it like enough that it's exposition in my opinion. And I do believe that that's going to be his wish. I think he's going to wish to have all of the knowledge in the universe, so that way he can be 10 steps ahead of,
But
all of
they
them
can
all
always
times.
remember the dragon can make more and more wishes though, so they could really
Yeah,
milk this thing. Um,
yeah.
well, real quick, exclusive, yeah, yeast or elusive yeast. I don't know how to say your name, bro. What if Vegeta gives Granolah the last Senzu bean? Well, again, Granolah doesn't seem very tired. I think they're gonna save the Senzu for the fight with the Heaters. What do you think?
I don't think the fight between Goku and Vegeta and Granolah is over necessarily
Really,
because yeah,
really, I think it is
there was
over.
a lot of people do, but I'll tell you why. There's actually exposition between Goku and Granolah specifically that never got resolved. So in the not the last chapter, but the chapter before, Goku and Granolah are fighting, and Granolah like cheekily tells Goku that until his strategy is offensive, he will never be able to surpass him. He has to invent his own moves and be able to have an offensive strategy against Granolah before he can actually get through his defense and surpass Granolah. So it's kind of like I think there's a training session being hinted at there. I think rather than the
Okay,
next time
so
Goku,
they're not gonna fight to the death. You're saying it's gonna be more of a training thing, which I agree with you.
I
I
think
thought you meant they're
I,
gonna fight to the death.
but when it comes to Vegeta and Granolah, I'm not sure that the fight's over there because they specify that Vegeta's strategy was to wait until Granolah was completely zapped of energy in in the last chapter, and that never came into fruition. And he also specified that Ultra Ego is boundless because whenever
Yes, he did
Granolah
say that.
sees
Yes, he did
so
say that.
whenever Granolah sees Vegeta transform, he's like, "How did you just transform? You were completely defeated. You didn't have any energy." And Vegeta was like, "That literally means nothing with this. Like it's boundless. It does not matter." You know. So it would be very easy for Vegeta to tap back into Ultra Ego and take advantage of the fact of Granolah is down and out because I think Granolah is going to kind of have a soft spot for Goku, but I don't think he's just going to forgive the Saiyans based on what Manito said. He seems to be, if
I
any,
think. Do you think he's still gonna go after Frieza?
I don't know about that, but it just seems like it
Oh,
just
your
seems like
internet's
more than
bad again.
anything,
Okay, you're back
it
now.
just it just seems like more than anything, it just pissed him off when he heard about the fact that, the Saiyans helped him. Like it didn't
Bardock, I mean.
it just seems, yeah, it just seems like it seems like it's just not going to work in the way people think it does, as far as like bringing him over to Goku and Vegeta's side. Like, I just don't think it's going to be that easy.
I want to ask the chat a question, but first I want to answer the super chat. Okay, Reese's Pieces says, anyway, new movie could incorporate 7-3. For example, maybe the Urban Army capture is at the end of the Granolah arc. I don't think the movie's gonna have 7-3 in it. I think that whatever they're gonna fight in the movie is not in the Granolah arc. I don't foresee that. I could be wrong. I don't think so. Superstar DC, I see the gun show you're putting on Geekdom. Yeah, bro. Can y'all believe? Hold on, Jordan. Can y'all believe
You're
that
fine.
there are still people out there calling me fat? You know, you're really pathetic. You are really pathetic. If you're the only two insults I ever hear about Geekdom 101, it's the same shit that I lied about Super 2 years ago, which I didn't, and I proved I didn't, and that I'm fat. Please come up with something new. Make fun of my
Yeah,
glasses
bro,
being
you look
thick.
great. Yes, I am just speculating, by the way. But yeah, you look great, bro.
I know. But I'm saying, dude, please come up with something new. I'm begging you to come up with something new because it's the same. Imagine, okay, I didn't lie about Super 2. Let's pretend that I did lie about Super. Let's just pretend that I did. It's been 2 years, bro. Move on. Let's all just move on. We're still reading the manga with the movie coming out. The anime will come back after the movie. You know how pathetic you look by bringing that up over and over again. It doesn't hurt my feelings. It makes you look like a fucking virgin. And thankfully, you know, God, when I look in the mirror, bro, I'm happy with what I see. So, anyways, that sounded egotistical, but it really wasn't. Um, so, real quick, y'all, I want to ask y'all a question, okay? I want to ask the chat a question. Why are you letting comments butt hurt you? They're not butt hurt. The point is, they're not butt hurting me, bro. Are you stupid? I'm not butt hurt. I think it's funny. That's all they have. Like, please come up with something better.
Yeah.
Okay, so, anyways, okay, I'm just reading the chat. Okay, so I want to ask the chat something, and I want to ask you as well. And I have to bring somebody else in a minute, bro, because you have plenty of time, and I got to be fair. Okay,
Yeah. You're right.
real quick. Do you guys think that the arc is halfway done or close to the end? Like,
It's tough to say, but
I think it's
but I
about
think,
halfway.
well, based if I'm going based on what's been said, Toyotaro said in that last interview that he did with Uchida that it's just starting. So if you go by what he's saying, then yeah, it's just starting really. But I'm just not sure, because it does seem like this is a good place for everything to really start happening quickly, and the arc just like move on. Like it does seem like this is where the arc's going to accelerate, if that makes any sense.
By the way, y'all are funny in the chat, man. Okay, so people are saying halfway, halfway, halfway. Oh, somebody said quarter of the way. 65%. You know what? Florian Ludwig, I think that makes sense. 65%. Because we still have the heater fight. We still have
I would say 40-60. I actually disagree. I think 40-60 actually makes more
what do
sense.
you mean that we're 40% done?
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes the most sense to me.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Cinco Shadows says Bardock meeting Kakarot was in Broly, wasn't it? So part of Broly movie would be adapted here in the anime. Could more be added? Difficult to say about the anime right now. I think what he's talking about is, are they going to adapt the Granolah arc and expand on it? I can't answer that question because I don't know. I really, really don't know. Like, I really don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
I couldn't tell you. I hope that I hope that we do get more Bardock stuff in the anime when it comes back. I do hope about that. 69%. Okay. Anthony D says, your glasses are hot. LOL, JK. Again, I love you, geek. Thank you. Okay, real quick. Kevin, thank you for your super chat. Thanks for great content, bro. Yes, thank you. I also want to tell y'all something real quick. So, real quick, Jordan, I want to talk to him for a minute. I know we talk about anxiety. You know, some of you guys, I was reading comments the other day about people being like worried about going to the gym because they're overweight. Look, go to the gym if you want and work on your health because it is important. Do it for you though, not for anybody else. And also, I understand people might have like a little bit of concern because they're worried that they're gonna get made fun of, and that's just not gonna happen. You're gonna go to the gym and see a bunch of ripped up dudes and girls. They just care about their own shit. They're gonna lift their own weights and think about themselves. So don't ever let that anxiety get to you, man. We're all grown ups here. We're all adults. Well, I would hope we're all adults, and you guys are great. Goku, why don't I do speak thems anymore? I actually have an idea very soon about them, so stay tuned for that. Over on World of Geekdom, I'll make the announcement. Okay, real quick. N. Simmons says, I would love for the Heeters to pull an OG Dragon Ball Goku move and catch the Dragon Balls before they leave and make multiple wishes. Me too. I would like that as well. By the way, Jordan, okay, I'm going to move you back in the other room and I'll bring somebody
All
else
right,
in.
buddy.
But what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are I'm just hyped to see the fight between Gas and Bardock. I hope we get to see Bardock actually fight. And I'm just overall hyped for the arc, man. I know a lot of people have a lot of criticisms for it, but I'm overall hyped for what they're going to do. One more thing I would like to point out is that and this is something I think is overlooked, is that Granolah and Goku's life. I just think it's very interesting that Bardock sent Granolah down a path that is so similar to Goku because if you think about it, Monito is like his grandpa Gohan. And he even has a Dragon Ball posted up in his house exactly like Grandpa Gohan.
Right.
So I just thought that was really interesting that Bardock ended up sending Granolas down such a similar path to Goku.
Yes. Their destinies are intertwined like Broly. So, hey,
Yeah, and any reference to OG Dragon Ball, you definitely know I'm going to enjoy that.
thanks for being here, bro. Me too. So I'm gonna move you back. All right, that was Jordan. Real quick, y'all, I wanna ask y'all a question. Okay, I want the chat room to let me know. Do you think that we're going to have Bardock versus Gas in the next chapter? Because we're not sure. By the way, leave a like if you're here, yo. It helps out the channel. Do you think we're gonna get Bardock versus Gas in the next chapter? I'm gonna do a video with Mr. Senpai about this very, very soon. But I want to know, yes or no. Are we going to get that, or are we going to skip to the next thing? Do you think we have more flashback stuff coming? Let me know in the chat right now. I want to hear what y'all have to say. Because I actually like reading what y'all say here. Yes, sir. Yes. No. Yes, sir. Not in the next chapter. It's a must. Because I do want to see Bardock versus Gas, but I don't know if we're going to get that. No, no problem, Jonathan, man. This guy said I have a hard on for women. Bardock, woman. Yes, 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 yes. Bro, if Bardock whoops Gas's ass, then to pop me. That means Gas has no chance against Frieza until he makes the wish. Grandpa Gohan is a pimp. Yes. Okay, so Granolah immediately file to find the Heeters. Yeah, well, maybe. Mike L. I'm trying to read your super chat, but it's off the screen. So when I get the next super chat, I'll read it. Okay. Stay tuned for that. All right, we're gonna bring in another guest, Garcine. Hey, Garcine, you're live with me. Garcine.
Yes. Hello.
Hey,
What's up?
can you hear me?
Yep, I can. Loud and clear.
You're coming in a little bit muffled, man. Your mic's not that great. Like I can hear you, but it's not super clear.
One second.
It's like a
Can you
bad
hear me now
connection.
properly?
I can hear you
Can you
better.
hear me?
I can hear you better. Yeah, a little bit. Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay, so first of all, before we get to your opinion, I want to show the screen something here. I am opening up a P.O. box, or I have opened up a P.O. box right now. So the purpose of this P.O. box, y'all can send me stuff. So if you want to send me art, if you want to send me a gift for Christmas, if you want to send me a letter, whatever you want to, write this down. It's Geekdom 101, P.O. Box 621, Valrico, Florida 33595. Send that over to me. And because what I'm gonna do is in December, I'm gonna, if y'all want to send me gifts, it's up to you. Some YouTubers do it. I will open them on stream at some point after Christmas. So just if you want to do that, that's cool. If you want to send me mail or show me your art or just talk, that's the place to do it. P.O. Box 621 Valrico 33595, United States, of course. So just letting y'all know that. Write that down. Because, if you ever want to send me anything. Garcine, man, what'd you think about chapter 77?
I think I've been waiting for a flashback chapter ever since the chapter 68 where Bardock's X mark was mentioned about the ape. I was waiting for this chapter for so long. I'm so glad they finally got up a full blown flashback chapter now. And yeah, people have two mindsets on it, but still, I'm hyped about it because it just shows how much deep the lore of Dragon Ball is. It's not just about just the whole fighting thing. It's more about how characters interact with each other, especially now when Goku knows about his father much more before. Like Vegeta just mentions in the Frieza arc and on Namek where he says, Frieza killed my father, your father, and it's all the Saiyans thing. And now we're getting deep into the lore about the backstories and stuff, and I just love it.
I
I'm
like the
just
lore.
waiting.
I like the lore too, bro. Let me ask you a question. And I want to ask the chat the same question, okay? Here's the question. First of all, the question is, now that Goku knows Bardock's name, do you think that this means that Goku will want to inquire more about his father? Will he do research now on his father? Type yes or no in the chat. Real quick, Mike L Super Chat, he wrote, "This chapter makes me want a Frieza 4 spinoff, more lore of Frieza and U7, business dealings, power struggles, etc. Love the interaction with the Heeters." Yes, I did too. I can't wait to see more of that. Thomas Bush says, "Geekdom, your Dragon Ball content makes me feel better whenever I'm depressed. He also helped me when I was homeless for several years. Do it, Broly." Thank you so much. That means a lot to me, bro. And I'm glad that I can help you out just by talking about this silly cartoon. So, here on YouTube, the best platform. I love being here on YouTube. Trust me. Okay. So what do you think, Garcine? Do you think that Goku will inquire more about his dad? Because I don't think he gives a shit. But what do you think?
Yeah, exactly. Like he did mention that, I wish I wanted to know about my father, but I don't. But the thing is, he'll get his interest about it because he can see the contrast he has with the experience when he had with Raditz, with his own father. Because like he didn't give much of a damn about with Raditz. Like okay, he's just okay. He's there. He's there. He's not even care about it. But Bardock, in the sense where he could actually think about okay, where did he actually get this? Okay, nice qualities come from. It could be partly genetics also because there's a different things. But he could kind of inquire, but he won't go beyond a certain point. It's like, okay, fine, I am different. Because he also mentions like, okay, what Bardock did in the chapter has nothing much to do with me as what I am right now. So it'll be a certain point that he would know, okay, my dad did this, my dad did that, he was super cool. It was like that, fine. He also fought against Frieza, I also did the same thing. Like he was also wanting me, like Goku, to stand up against Frieza, which he also did the same thing. So that was all cool. So beyond that, I don't think he would care about as much as things go on. But that is what I
What
think.
about what about Gine? Because again, Goku doesn't really care about this type of stuff. But now, do you think he'll care? Like Gine is one that's kind of up in the air, bro. Like if his mom seems to be a lot nicer than Bardock, you know.
Yeah. Even Toriyama mentions that sane women are basically having more influence on the men, like depending who's married to. But he also mentions in an interview that in unlike other saints, Bardock and Gine like before they were in the same team, and afterwards they actually, like, it was not like a forced relationship. They actually were in love in that sense, and they did made because of that. And yes, Bardock definitely got rubbed off from Gina in that sense. And also in science in general is also mentioned. I was reading a lot of research on that. Women in general also have a lot of empathy and compassion more than men, because they're more emotionally connected with people more than men. And it's very clear. Like Gina, she clearly says that, Bardock, like, sane men don't express much emotion at all, where sane women, I guess, they do, at least from her what she says. So it's possible that sane women could have that emotional connection to their offsprings or with the people around them more than the sane men in that general.
People
So
people in the chat are talking about the height of the characters. I don't know if y'all know this, but Vegeta's height actually changes in the series. When you see Vegeta in the Saiyan saga, he is much shorter than he is in the Majin Vegeta fight. Now, I don't think he actually had a growth spurt. I think it's just the animators and Toriyama drawing him changed, because he is much shorter in the first two arcs than he is in the Buu saga. You'll notice that if you watch it. So do you think that next chapter Granolah will fight the Heeters, or do you think we're gonna have more Bardock stuff like Bardock and Gas and things like that?
yeah, Bardock will definitely fight against Gas. That's what I'm just thinking, because he will still have to explain the whole, like, how things went from there. Because, like, it's basically hinted on, like, Gas was recollecting the memories of 40 years ago, and he expressly says that, things did not go well for me during that time. So that explanation has to come. But I still think that, okay, that part will be there. But the first thing that Granolah will definitely ask is that, why didn't Monito tell all of this before itself? Why did he have to wait all this time for all this? Because this was very crucial information. Like, Heeters, like, he's basically working for the Heeters. He's basically working for the people who killed his mom. So why didn't he say anything? So, and I actually have.
Monito just didn't
Yeah,
know that he was gonna fight Goku and Vegeta. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Jordan talked about what he thinks earlier. I don't know.
that's true. Like, okay, Goku Vegeta is fine, but the Heeters, like, why didn't, like, he didn't even, like, Monito would have told him, like, if he's going to work with the Heeters as, as a bounty hunter, then he would have said, the Heeters want the Alex, the one who killed your mom, but he didn't say anything.
I
So
know
what I
he
was,
should have. He
uh,
should have said something. It's kind of. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It kind of is cheap ass writing, bro. It kind of is.
no, no, I think that I think we're waiting for the reason, because he mentions in around chapter 39 or something, like, when Granolah flies off, like, after getting the wish, he talks with Monito saying that, I'm the strongest in the universe. So he flies off. Then Monito says that, what have I done? I've upended him once again. I think that is a very crucial statement to say that he's hiding something, that he's definitely hiding something which he doesn't want to say to Granolah, because he's treated him so well and he has a friendly relationship. And he's saying that would probably change something. So what I'm thinking is that I think he actually, like, voluntarily made Granolah to join the Heeters because of his own selfish reasons. It could be probably because the thing is, his in the planet, until the Saints came, the Ceruleans and the Namekians had a friendly relationship. Basically,
Right.
he was a farmer. He was a farmer, and he was getting water in exchange. Now the Ceruleans are gone. There is no water source from there. He has nowhere to live on. So I'm thinking that whether Granolah, but like Monito kind of made Granolah work with the Heater so that I can give him money, so that I can feed him, like, continue living on his life by getting him water and stuff. Like, it's a selfish wish, but I think that is one of the reasons why I think so. I guess it's kind of selfish thing, because he said that I have appended him once again. It's something which is not in Granolah's interest. That statement clearly says that. So that's my idea.
All right, man. Well, thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna bring somebody else in, but thank you.
Thank you so much for coming,
Well,
for bringing me here. Thank you.
always, man. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna bring in Starblast Studios here in a minute. I want to remind y'all that tomorrow here on the channel, I will be dropping that video that I talked about earlier, which was the history of Toriyama's Bardock, and that's going to be covering the new Bardock compared to the old Bardock. So that's going to be I'm very proud of this video. Yo. It's about 21 minutes, and I think it's of high quality. I worked on it this week, and I think it's going to be pretty good. Starblast, you're live.
Hey man, how's it going? Thank you
Good.
for
How are
inviting
you?
me. Doing pretty great, man. I'm actually really liking this chapter. I think like the flashback was a really great way to, get into more of the lore of the backstory of the Sand, which honestly is something that I was really hoping that they would do from the get-go to a lot of the Dragon Ball stuff, because I'm a big fan of Bardock. Even though he's like the new one is not quite the same. Like I like this new version, like as the character for the way that Toriyama, interpreted, because there's actually a lot more deeper meanings behind the way that they wrote his character. Like we've seen a bunch of like different like stories that delves into the past of the Saiyans, and I just really enjoyed that we're having more of that here in this chapter.
Agreed. I like the lore a lot. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so like one of the things that a lot of people have been talking about, you even talked about this in your review. Like the one big controversial line was when Vegeta went and said that that the
You want me
nature
to,
that Bardock
I can
something.
pull it up if you want. He said
Yeah, go ahead.
what he said was that's your father, and then he says
In any
he
case, your
goes
soft-hearted nature clearly runs in the family.
yes, that's what he said. But that's just Vegeta. Vegeta didn't even know Bardock, so I don't think I think that was just him talking shit. I don't think it's actually
Well,
it means anything, bro. I don't think it means
wait,
shit,
well, he
honestly.
had to have. Well, he had to have known Bardock because he obviously knew his name
Yeah,
and,
but he
and knew
didn't.
that
I don't
that was
think. But
Goku.
I don't think he knew him. Like I don't think that he knew him. You know what I mean? He knew of him, but I don't think he knew him.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and like find out maybe some more information regarding on how Vegeta even knows about him. But yeah, I think it is a one-off thing about Vegeta. He's just like, oh well, Bardock is it's like one of those things where oh if Bardock's being great and kind and helping out all these people, and then look at Kakarot, he literally does the exact same thing. So and from his point of view, that's just what it is. I think it is a lot of so I think the case with Bardock, a lot of how he is, I think, to me personally, despite previous things, I think he is the best kind of representation of what Goku would have been had he not bumped his head. Because Goku now with the new things that we know now about Bardock, I feel like when Goku bumped his head, a lot of the way that he thinks sort of got taken away, and he primarily only ran on instinctual things. Like you even saw certain I saw some people talking about it on Twitter as well, where there was even comparisons like how Goku acted in the original Dragon Ball. It's like, should I save this guy? Is that the thing to do? Yeah, you know what? Let me just do it because I feel like it.
By the way,
It,
somebody in
it
the chat said, "Didn't they say Bardock invented the moon thing?"
did he? Oh yes, because he was a brilliant scientist, 100%. Oh my god.
No, I think the guy's actually. Oh my. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, no, no. I was pretty
No,
much
no, no.
done.
I'm
Like,
just wow, bro. I can't believe it's 2021. Somebody's asking that question. Um,
he
yes.
invented.
Let me real quick. Okay, so Kitsune says heaters are weak as fuck. How are they even going to fight Granolah if they will also make a wish to make them the strongest in the universe? That's just stupid. That's what they're gonna have to do. That's what they're gonna have to do, man. You might not like it, but that's what they're gonna have to do. Miguel Weaver says, "How did Vegeta know about Bardock?" I'm guessing he knew about Bardock because he either met him at one point or another, or his dad told him. Because remember, Vegeta knows a lot about stuff, but he doesn't. I don't think he knows Bardock like on a personal level. I just don't see that. You know?
Yeah, I can agree with that. Like, after all, Vegeta was only a kid, like when he knew him, and there's not really much reason for like him to interact with Bardock at that age to really get an understanding of who he is and his overall character.
Look at how mad Granolah is in this panel, yo. How come my mother didn't survive? Like he is livid, bro. The Heeters are gonna have some
Yeah,
shit coming to him. But Bardock tried to save her. He really did. That's why he's the hero.
yeah, he really did. Dude, I think that so here's my theory on like what's gonna happen on the next chapter, right? Because they're talking. So Granolah obviously is gonna know about stuff like from from the.
Oh,
Heeters. He's gonna
wait,
be
hold on.
upset.
People in the chat are talking about how. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Raditz may have
No,
told
go ahead.
Vegeta. Raditz may have told Vegeta about Bardock, so that is true. That is possible. Go ahead. Now you go
Oh,
ahead.
that makes perfect sense.
Makes
No,
sense.
you're
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
right.
Thank
That
you.
makes
See, I
perfect sense.
love my audience because they think of shit that I don't even think of.
Hell yeah.
I love you
Okay.
guys because they're right. How am I stupid? Yes, Vegeta knew Raditz. Yes, Raditz could have told him. We don't know for sure, but thank you, God. That's why I pay attention to the chat. These all you motherfuckers watching this right now are brilliant scientists, bro. Anyways, go ahead, bro. You were saying. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but the guy made a good point.
No. I like that you brought that up. I was it literally just solved this.
Well, they brought it up, bro. They brought it up. They deserve all the credit. They deserve all the credit. I completely forgot. How could I forget? Raditz did know Vegeta. Go ahead, bro.
Man, whoever said that, they need to have their name shouted out in the stream. That was brilliant. Anyways, so
it's a bunch of people, but yeah, it's a few people. Yeah.
Okay,
they know who they are.
So basically, yeah. So the theory is not so much my theory, but what I expect to happen in the next chapter, right? Obviously, like you were talking about with other people, Granolah is going to be furious with these Heeters, like absolutely livid. He's going to want to go after them as soon as possible, but clearly right now he's battled it. He's damaged, he's hurt. Even Goku and Vegeta are hurt right now. And the reason why they'd specifically have to go after them is wouldn't even be for the purpose of revenge, even though that is going to be the primary reason for Granolah, because Monito has been trying to talk him out of it, just live the peaceful life that you have right now, that we have on this planet. But they have to go after them specifically right now because they're literally getting the Dragon Balls. I think that they'll end up being able to put 2 and 2 together, and he'll end up talking with Goku and Vegeta, say, hey, these are the guys that actually brought us over to this planet to fight Granolah, who we thought was the enemy, even though it's a total setup. So my thing is that I think Monito's healing abilities that he showed, when he healed Bardock and attempted to heal Granolah's mother, I can't remember her name.
It's some weird pronunciation that I can't pronounce, but go ahead.
Yeah, his healing ability, I think, will be a lot more improved than it was in the chapter. And so either one of two things are going to happen. Or maybe one of three things. He's going to end up have to choose who to heal, to full health, in order to go and stop the Heeters from getting the Dragon Ball and making the wish. Or he's only going to be able to or they're all going to go into the fight with the Heeters all battle damaged and tired, and that's what's going to end up giving the Heeters the edge in the actual fight. Because if I'm going to be honest, the kid that they've been setting up amongst the Heeters, who has a lot of
Gas
potential.
You're talking about Gas?
Yeah, Gas. I don't think that he's actually as strong as he seems, especially because Granolah already made the wish to be the strongest in the universe, and
he's not going to be able to fuck with Granolah. I don't think he'll be able to fuck with Granolah. I don't think so.
No, yeah, definitely. Yeah, surely not. So that's why I feel like if they would go into there all fight and beaten up and tired, that's what would allow them to get the actual edge in the fight and be somewhat more of a threat to them because they're in that state.
Right. Well, final thoughts before we move on.
Final thoughts before we move on.
I'm going to bring in one more person. Go ahead.
My final thoughts. Okay, so I really like that what this chapter is doing. If I may make honestly I like the chapter. I like a lot of what it's sad that a lot of people are sort of misunderstanding, taking in a literal sense what Vegeta is saying.
Yeah, they're really mad at the Vegeta line, bro. They're very mad. I don't think it's worth being mad at because it's not that serious.
Yeah, I think a lot of the people too, it's just they overly analyze and judge the spoilers before we actually get the actual chapter, and it's just it's a repeating pattern that I've been seeing a lot in the actual community. So if you're reading if you see the spoilers on Twitter, and just make sure that you keep an open mind before you actually go ahead and read the chapter. But Danny, if I may make a recommendation to you, I think I know Symbiote has a lot of stuff he wants to say in the actual stream, so I recommend. I'm not saying you should. I recommend bringing in Symbiote next.
Come
for the
on,
next
bro! Don't be doing that to me. We'll see. We'll see how much time we have. But thank you for being here. This fucking guy tried to tell me who to bring into my own stream, bro. You believe that? No, I wanted to say this. I would rather people. Thank you, Ryan, for the donation. I would rather people overthink than underthink. That's my opinion. I would rather people overthink than underthink. So I do think that people are looking at that line a bit incorrectly. It's just Vegeta talking shit. It doesn't necessarily mean that that is the case, because you can't inherit kindness. It doesn't work that way. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know about their toxic, but people do tend to like jump on this shit a lot, and I don't take it so seriously, bro. I really don't. I don't take Dragon Ball that seriously. Okay, let's see if I can bring in somebody else here. All right, 7-Star Sage, you're live.
Hey,
How are you?
always good.
Good, good, good. Let's talk about this chapter, bro. Your thoughts on the portrayal of Bardock in this chapter?
I mean, I don't really have a problem with it. I thought it was pretty faithful to the minus interpretation of Bardock, and I didn't really see any conflicts with it. I know a lot of people hated on the whole Bardock just not being the same as he was in the TV special, but he's more or less
It's
like a slightly
Toriyama's
different
Bardock.
version of it.
It's Toriyama's
Yeah,
Bardock, man.
I don't really have a problem with it. It doesn't really conflict with the story in any way.
I mean, I think people just like that story more, and I do too. I like that story way more than Minus. I do too. I can't blame them for thinking that, because I do too. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think it's good with the whole Minus storyline. There's some interesting things I see weaving around in there. I can go into that if you want.
Go for it. This is your time right now.
All right. All right. So one of the things I noticed, and could be wrong here, but it's leading up into that time with the Minus storyline where Frieza goes and destroys planet Vegeta.
Right, which we saw in Dragon Ball Super Broly animated.
Right. And Bardock is trying to escape the Heeters right now, and they're like, no, we need to kill this guy before he squeals to Frieza. I think it would be interesting if when Bardock escapes, they go and talk to Frieza and are like, hey, don't trust these Saiyan guys. They're a bunch of, dirty apes, and give him reason to distrust the Saiyans. And it kind of pushes into that direction for Frieza to destroy the Saiyans.
In Dragon Ball, they don't need to do that, because in Dragon Ball Minus, if you read Dragon Ball Minus, Frieza himself says he destroyed them because he was worried about Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan, which is a retcon, because originally, if you go back and read the original manga and watch the anime, the original idea was that Frieza feared the Saiyans getting too strong and overthrowing him, creating a coup and overthrowing him in groups. Super Saiyan wasn't even an idea until deeper into the Frieza saga, like halfway. So that is a retcon, but I think that that's what they said in Minus. So I don't think it matters now. I think that's the reason. I mean, that's the only reason he had to kill them. And then, of course, Beerus was okay with it. So Frieza has like 4 different reasons to why he killed them at this point. It's been retconned so many damn times.
Right. And, the Heeters are information brokers, so maybe that's how Frieza finds out about the Super Saiyan God legend, is through them.
But how would
because
they know?
Beerus doesn't. That's an interesting question, because I know Beerus didn't find out about it until after he woke up from his sleep, he went to sleep.
But remember, King Cold told Frieza about Beerus and Boo, so I feel like
it could
King Cold may have heard that. Yeah. Well, remember the stories that the story is that Chilled is the one that saw Bardock go Super Saiyan, but that was not a Toriyama story. That was from Naho Oishi. But anyways, yeah.
No, it's a little far-fetched, but, the Heeters do have a close relationship with Frieza and King Cold, it seems. So maybe that's how King Cold finds out about some of his information, is through his information brokers like the Heeters.
Possibly. Now, Joseph Lipkin leaves a super chat. He says, I'm pretty sure Vegeta's comments are setting up the S cells being transferred from Bardock to Goku. Kind of a mini retcon, even though Goku was evil. I don't know about that, because I feel like that line's being overanalyzed. Like, I think the fandom is overanalyzing that line. Look, here's the crazy part about this shit, y'all, and I want y'all to have some empathy for me, okay? Last month, I trashed on Dragon Ball Super's manga. Earlier this year, I trashed on Dragon Ball Super's manga. But I have also said good things. I'm very fair. I have shat on Super when it sucks, and I have praised Super when it's good. And if anybody tells you otherwise, they weren't paying attention to my channel this year. They weren't. Hold on, is my microphone popping? Do I sound okay, bro?
No, you sound great.
Okay, somebody was saying the mic was hot. Okay, so Hold on. Young Rod says, "Is there a way to buy a copy of the Dragon Ball Minus manga?" Yeah, you buy the Jocko manga. The Minus manga is at the end of Jocko, so that's how you get it. Anyways, bro. I have always Wild Boy E says Namekian Book of Legends. I need you to give me more context on that. What I was trying to say is, we as Dragon Ball fans have a right to criticize the manga objectively, and some months the manga's trash, and other months it's not. I happen to think this was a good chapter, although I have problems with some things. Last chapter I didn't like it so much. We all have different opinions. Thank you, Nagano. Hold on. N. Simmons 211 says Gas should be killed in battle and the Heeters should escape, then be captured by Frieza and killed by him, and he learns about the other Dragon Balls. I don't know if Gas
That would cause problems.
That would cause problems. I don't think Gas is gonna die. I think Gas might be the last one to go, bro. I don't know. I think Granola's gonna want to go after Alec first, but he's the mastermind. What do you think?
Well, I think what's going to end up happening, and I could be wrong about this, but I think that they're going to wish for Gas to have either be stronger than Granolah or have his potential unlocked. He's going to fight the gang, and he's going to start getting his butt handed to him, and Alec is going to go off and regather the Dragon Balls and make another wish. And I think that Alec is going to end up being the main bad of this story arc. That's
James Neves says that he thinks the Minus is better than the Bardock TV special. I wholeheartedly disagree with you. Dragon Ball Minus compared to the Bardock special is garbage in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. I don't like it. Leave a like, by the way, if you're here. Okay, so go ahead, man. What else do you think's gonna happen? Do you think we're gonna get Gas and Bardock next month?
Yeah, I think next month there's going to be a recap about that. They're going to make the wish, and the wish is a very big thing. I still think that the wish is going to end up being a cliffhanger or end part of a chapter. So I think half of this next coming chapter is going to be about Gas versus Bardock and getting the full story. And then it's going to end in the present day with finally figuring out what the Heeters are going to wish for.
And I think he's gonna fucking go after him. So we'll see. So, anyways, all right, let me go ahead. Thank you for being here, bro.
Anytime.
Thank you so much. All right, let's see here. All right, Symbioid is next, bro. Symbioid, you're live. What's up? Here on YouTube.
What's up, man? How's it going?
All right, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Let me step out real quick because there's a lot of noise inside right now.
What do you mean step out, bro?
Oh, because there's people right here in the pad, but there I'm outside.
All right, well, welcome. What's up? What they told me you had a lot to say, bro, and I'm curious about what you have to say.
All right, I do got a lot to say. First off, Bardock is Granola's father. Vegeta's a piece of crap.
Come on, bro. Come on. You're gonna fuck with people, bro.
Well, bro, I'm telling you right now, being a Vegeta fan comes with a lot of therapy sessions, all right? Because they cannot handle those L's.
No, well, I mean, people are saying that the fight with Granolah and Vegeta was a draw. No, dude, Vegeta
No, it was not.
lost
It
that
was not a
fight.
draw.
He lost. Yeah, he was about to
Listen,
die if Monitos didn't show up.
Look, I'm not gonna go full Fitzmonk rant over here, but it was not a draw. It was not a draw at all. Vegeta literally was blasted in the face by Granolah. Granolah had the advantage.
I blasted you in the face last night. No, I'm kidding, bro. Go ahead. I'm fucking with you.
No, but listen, I do want to come on here and say that I think a lot of people's criticism with this chapter. Look, I understand both sides of not liking it and digging it. I personally am okay with Toriyama further exploring, this new version of Bardock because it's his version of the character. People tend to forget that Toriyama didn't have so much involvement with the original special, other than doing character designs. And if you really want to look at it, I mean, him including, Bardock with the bandana and the way he looked in the special in the manga was kind of like just free advertising, if you really think about it. I mean, to me, 417. And
hold on. I have a super chat. Garo Bynum, I'd love to be added to the stream if possible. You have to be a member and join the Discord, bro. It's the only way you can be on here. This is members only, but go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Symbiote. I just want to tell him that. There's a quick question.
I just think that you got to turn off your Koyama lenses when you're looking at this new Bardock, because I feel like a lot of people are getting into heated debates over this because they don't like the fact that their attachment to the original character, they feel that it's being tarnished or that it doesn't make sense that he's being brought into the story. But Toriyama in the past has done several interviews where he's talked about this Bardock and how Guine's influence on this version of the character is so strong, and he's shown it in Minus, but now he's showing it even more because he's trying to tell his own like little mini saga of Bardock, and I appreciate that. And I'm a big fan of the original special. I mean, it kicked butt, you know what I mean? But I'm also open to Toriyama's interpretation because we're getting our own look of this character through his lens. And I also feel like some people don't like this version of Bardock right now in Super because they don't like how Toyotaro is drawing it or how he's setting up everything. But if it was Toriyama, I feel like things would be different. I know a lot of fans aren't big on Minus. Personally, I'm like, whatever, I'm indifferent to it. It doesn't mean it's gonna ruin like.
I don't think
it doesn't mean it.
Go ahead. You first.
It doesn't affect my viewing or my reading of Super, whether it's the anime or the manga, because I consider Super as a second continuity to the original manga, to the original 42. And if you view it like that, you can't like. I know they're labeling Super as the official continuation of Dragon Ball, but at the same time, Super has taken so many liberties with what's been established in Dragon Ball, where it's kind of like, well, shit, you don't really know if it really is the continuation because
that's a canon debate, bro. And that I have a video that I've been working on about that. It is very complicated. Canon it can be simple, but also complicated.
Exactly, but I just think that people shouldn't get so worked up over this version of Bardock, and they should at least see what Toriyama does to the point where he'll finish this mini arc, and then people can give off their interpretations. I also think that leakers should stop leaking certain bits of like spoilers that they know will be controversial because that's what's stirring the pot.
I disagree with you. I think leakers. No, I disagree with you. I think leakers should keep going because the fans are the ones that are interpreting it like that. That's the fans' fault. Leakers are just doing what they can, bro. Like that's the way I see it.
I see your point. I just think it would be interesting to see like let's just say for a certain example, this whole bit about Goku inheriting Bardock's kindness, which I don't buy that at all.
I mean, that was in the manga. It's just that it was worded differently, and it made more sense.
I know. I would have loved to see people's interpretation of that if they had read it for the first time or found out about it through Viz's release of the chapter.
I agree with that. By the way, I do want to give a quick shout out to all y'all watching. I have a lot of my supporters watching, and oh, that's funny, bro. Listen. I'm just gonna say this. How do I word this? Again, thank you for your support. I appreciate that. And once again, you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna say shit because it's not gonna matter at the end. It's not gonna matter. I just want to give a shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate y'all here on YouTube watching me. Anyways, no, I don't. People were asking in the chat like, why do I prefer the original Bardock versus this one? I think it's because the story was more clever. That's what I think. What do you think?
I prefer the original story because Bardock being a prick was such a nice contrast to Goku, who was raised to be good versus, everyone. The way Toy framed the Saiyans at the time. And Toriyama's kind of trying to change that with him showing in Minus, like, oh, not all Saiyans were bad. You know what I mean? But I know that there's people who are not a fan of the whole idea that Goku was meant to survive. I just think that regardless of that plot, like of that plot thread, that storyline, especially, talking about Minus, it shouldn't really matter because at the end of the day, Goku is the one who makes the decisions for his own life. I mean, Bardock sending him off to survive, if that wouldn't have happened, I mean, we wouldn't have Dragon Ball, the story of Dragon Ball. We wouldn't have everything that's leading up to now. And this story in particular, I feel, in Granola's case, Granolah as a character has a lot of parallels to Goku and Vegeta. I mean, Granola's story of his mom getting killed, is almost like a parallel of Frieza killing King Vegeta. And he works for the people who are responsible for his mom's death. And Vegeta was practically owned by Frieza after King Vegeta was killed. So it's like, I do dig what Toyotaro and Toriyama are doing with this character. And I just think that people shouldn't be bothered by this Bardock, but should be open to Toriyama's interpretation. For sure, the special is great, but just give it a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I think the special is better, but I don't think Bardock is drastic. I mean, he's different, and I understand the line rubbing people the wrong way. I get it. It's just I don't think it's people have been like warring over this, and it's like every month, bro, they have a war, and it's just. I don't think it should be taken so seriously, bro. It's just a comic book. It's a cartoon. We're supposed to have fun with it. Let's all have fun with it. So, thank you for stopping by, bro. Any final thoughts?
Wait. Oh yeah, I'm gonna plug my channel.
Go ahead.
So
and
for
plug
any
your
of
channel,
you,
bro.
for any of you who are listening and who are fans of Dragon Ball Heroes or are just fans of the Dragon Ball Super manga, I have a channel on YouTube called Sin the Serialite, where I'm covering up-to-date news on Super Dragon Ball Heroes, and I also do character analysis, and I also cover the lore. So anything that you want to know about Heroes or anything you have questions about, head over to my channel and check it out.
And
I
the
did a
new
video.
Heroes episode is coming up, right?
Yup. We have a new Heroes episode coming up this Sunday, even though I'm not a fan of the promotional anime. I have my reasons. We're getting 2 Gogetas. We're getting Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Gogeta and Limits Broken Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And I'll be covering that on the channel.
Yes, indeed. So there you go, man. It's your plug. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Alrighty. All right, y'all. So that'll be it for the stream. Remember to be here tomorrow as we have the Bardock video coming out and tons of stuff coming on the channel very, very soon. All kinds of videos about all kinds of different things. Tomorrow, Dragon Ball In Depth, the history of Toriyama's Bardock. You're going to get that here on the channel. And I thank you, as always, for your support for 6 years and many more to come because I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't. And because I'm going to keep giving y'all the best content that I can. And remember to take care of yourself and each other, especially nowadays, man. Treat each other with respect and love each other because we're only here on borrowed time for a short time. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.